Alright, so we've got the Wildberry Boost mobile pulling in, and this is the last time you guys are ever gonna hear it with this engine. As he blows it up in front of my shop. Blow it up, bro! Blow it up! Blow it up, bro! Let me. Let's hear it. Bet you won't. God, his car looks so cool. Are you excited?
I am excited.
Woo! What are you more excited about?
Know this. Oh my God, power steering pumps and BIGBOOST are horrible. Smoking, hold up.
This is such a good looking car.
No more M50.
Speak louder.
No more M50, so we're getting rid of this engine today. And we're gonna swap it for the 2J.
E36 going 2JZ, and we're gonna be JZ brothers.
Yes.
I'm excited. You gonna have a run in today?
Oh my God, look at that. Oil leaks everywhere.
He doesn't realize it's gonna flame right into his hood.
Look.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
It's glowing like his skin because he's so happy. Look at him.
Well guys, you heard the man. The M50 motor out of my E36 is coming out today, and I'm gonna try to put the 2JC engine over the weekend. Maybe I can put it in today, who knows. Let's see how far I get into the teardown of my stock engine. Well, engine that is in the car now, not stock, but you know what I mean. The only problem I have is what am I gonna do now, because this is serious health issues if I touch my engine. Are you contaminated? Well, I'm wearing gloves, so I should be fine, right? Alright, back to the chase. Motor's coming out. I am also gonna be selling the turbo kit out of my E36. I think I was gonna probably do a very fair price for this stuff. I might have some buyers, but also hit me up on the comments if you are interested. Also, main reason why I'm replacing my engine is because last time I rebuilt it, the pistons are not in the best shape. So I put them back together like that, so the car is like smoking, all kind of bad things going on, so it's a little bit low on power. So you know what, I'm just gonna get rid of it and put a reliable platform in there. After building the 1.5 JC for Adam, I saw how sick the E36 is. It's like, man, I could definitely bring my car back to life with an engine like that. So I'm gonna go full 2J. Mine's gonna be a 2JC GE, so it's a NA BVTI motor, but it doesn't matter. The reason I got a non-turbo one is because I'm gonna build it anyways. So instead of spending $3 grand on an engine, I spent $500 on a used motor. I built that and I saved a lot of money, and I still have a very, very reliable engine. Only difference is the manifold flanges and water pipe outlet is on the other side, which is more convenient for me because the E36 radiator hose is already on this side. So I just run a very short hose from this to the engine. And then I already have a nice billet intake manifold for it and an exhaust manifold, so we're good to go. Another thing that changes is that it doesn't have oil squirters, but that doesn't matter because I would rather keep my oil pressure where it needs to be. So yeah, we're gonna build a really sick Wildberry Boost. I just want to have a really cool shot just in case the before, so I can have the after, maybe using this clip. At least we can see what we're doing now thanks to this super sweet light that we have. Now we can see what we're dealing with. I'm just gonna take a bunch of this stuff out of the way and then we'll get on to the good part. This is what happens when you have worn piston rings. That's a lot of blowout of this guy. Yep. Definitely wasn't the healthiest right now. It's already looking so much simpler without the intercooler piping, fuel rail, or coils installed, or the turbo blanket. I also have this really nice Nuke Performance fuel rail that I might be posting up for sale later. I had Ditchworks 1500cc injectors installed on my fuel rail, but I will be using these on the 2JC, so I will not be posting these for sale. Not ever. These are wonderful. These are like the best injectors ever. This is where the real mess has been hiding the whole time. Look at that. After all that really nice clean engine bay, well, you gotta hide the wires somewhere, right? Now with the 2JC, I'm gonna make a really clean harness so I don't have all this like bunch of unnecessary wires hanging around. I've been working underneath the car. I got the drive shaft removed, the exhaust has been fully removed. Another thing that I decided to do was that little test that I did on Adam's E36 about checking what is the diff ratio on our cars, and I concluded that I have a 3:23 ratio, so that means this is a M3 gear ratio. So that one is available on 97 through 99, I believe, with the OBD2 S22 engine, so that's really cool. Everything down here is all greased up. Man, no wonder I was getting so much smoke. Look, all even the oil just dripping on the exhaust manifold and everything. It's nasty. Now the most hurtful part of the whole swap is removing my old favorite turbo ever, the Garrett GTX 3582 that I've been running. It makes all the cool noises on this car. I guess I won't be running one of these on the new setup. I'll be running a way different turbo with newer technology. I will be revealing the new turbo on an upcoming video as soon as the turbo gets here, so stay tuned for that one. This is it, guys. The motor is about to finally come out. I already removed everything. Harness is out, turbo's out, intake manifold's out, all the water lines are out, radiator has been removed. Very crucial, the ground that goes from down here to the engine block, make sure to take that out because I missed that one a couple of times. I almost broke it every single time, but it's been removed, so that's out of the way. So now I just literally undoing the nuts for the motor mounts on each side, and then transmission 4 bolts on the transmission cross member, and it should be ready to pull out. It's one of the things that I talk about making it much easier with the 2JC, like for example, to remove the E36 engine, because it's a rear sump oil pan that has this big belly off to the side. I have to remove the steering shaft. That means I have to undo the rack and pinion to be able to remove the shaft, and then allow clearance for the oil pan to clear through so I can pull the motor out. On the JC, we did that on Adam's car. We could leave the steering shaft in place, and it was a lot easier to swap the motor or service it. Check this out, with the Condor Speed Shop solid steering shaft, you just undo those Allens, just back them up a little bit, look. Done. No more struggling with the factory spline. This is it. Last time this engine is getting strapped down to a chain. After that, there's no coming back.
Are you sad?
On the contrary, I'm actually really excited about this.
Are you happy?
Yes, hopefully no more oil leaks. Come on, please, JC, don't leak on me.
I'm happy about that too. This is where you get all your muscle work, Alberto? Yeah? Show your arms. This is where you get your workout because you don't go to the gym. Look at that.
Yeah, I kind of get a little worked out from these things.
It looks easier than it is. Alberto makes everything look easy, but no. So many cables out of place. I'm like, is this like a puzzle or something? You know.
I forgot to remove the driver's side, no, passenger side motor mount, and the engine was kind of stuck, So I ended up going underneath, took the nut out, so removed the whole mount, and now the engine can finally come up. See, with BMW more is a process. Yes.
Mission oil cooler is painted, not anodized, correct?
Painted. Yeah. Painted. It's like powder coat. Coming in. Coming out. Little slip on the chain, no biggie. That's it. No more M50 motor, or M52 B30 in this case.
Wow, Alberto, that's a big hole.
Wow.
That hole.
So I will be using the CF transmission with a 2JC with a very special adapter kit. Also, scary note, I was taking the starter off and it was super loose. So I can't believe it actually didn't come off. But that would have sucked. All of a sudden my starter would just like spin like crazy. So got one bolt left here. Now I can just pull this joint right up. There we go. Another good thing about the JC, you put the JC on the ground, stands up by itself. You put an E36 motor on the ground and it does this. Like, what are you doing? I was taking the transmission out, I took the clutch out, and check out the pressure plate. I don't even know how many events on this, and couple engines after using the same pressure plate, and it still looks like this. Wow. I think they only got like this one spot right here of like heat. Everything else is perfect. That is my heavy duty ACT pressure plate, which I will be selling as well since I won't be using this with a 2J. Now it's time to pick up the 2JC motor and put on a few pieces on it that will allow me to install it on the E36. Guys, there has been a couple questions about disadvantages about putting a 2JC, people talking about weight. Well, this engine weighs 500 pounds, but that's the GTE motor with the stock twin turbos. That the twin turbo assembly alone weighs about 100 pounds, between 90 and 100. And this motor weighs 390 pounds without a turbo. That's with the factory NA manifolds. So when you turbocharge the M50 motor, it will weigh similar to a GTE. So having a GE or a GTE engine with a single turbo setup will actually not be like a big weight disadvantage over the M50 motor. This motor will be pretty much ready to drop in. There's only one problem. I need to swap out the oil pan to a rear sump oil pan. Luckily, I already have one, so let's go ahead and remove this oil pan and put the rear sump one, which the belly is like right over here. The 2JC motors came both rear sump and front sump. You can find front sump engines on cars like the Chaser, Aristo, which is the same as GS300, IS300. The only difference on the oil pans that on the non-turbo ones, it's not tapped for the oil return, and on the turbos it is. Then the rear sump oil pans, you can find them on the SC300s, Supras, which that's only MK4 Supra, and then of course the Toyota Soarers in Japan. Alright, before I completely undo the oil pan, I still have a little bit of silicone left on the other side. Let's see what the condition of this motor is like. Ah, yes. No metal on the oil pan, what a relief. I clean up the silicone edge out of the block. It does look in very healthy condition. It's nice coloring, not too dark and not too black. It's like, you don't want it to be like caked on there, but it's also gonna be fishes too clean. But this is like pretty much what you want your used engine to look like. I have here my rear sump kit. I am not going to final mount this. I just want to put it on so I can mock the engine up into the car and make sure everything fits. And I still have to take the motor apart for future upgrades. Alright guys, this is it. The last of today's video. Rear sump oil pan is in. Tomorrow we're gonna be putting the new motor mounts and put this thing on the E36 tomorrow. So stay tuned for the next episode of the 2JC build. So make sure to subscribe for my channel and hit the notification button so you can stay on touch of the new updates, and when I release this video, which should be probably a day from now.